We need to talk about former Family Channel 8 passengers because just like we all suspected might happen one day, the kids who are all grown up and moved out are starting to speak out. For years now, people have been calling out the parenting style of Ruby and Kevin Frank displayed on their Family Channel 8 passengers. When 8 passengers started, everything seemed perfectly normal. Yes, they were pretty strict, but not to the level they are today. If this is your first time hearing about 8 passengers, then go watch my huge video essay that I did on them because it details all the behavior people have pointed out from the start of their channel to where we are today. So as you guys know, Ruby made the decision to stop vlogging on 8 passengers and rebrand all her social media to Moms of Truth. This happened after Ruby became heavily involved with a group called Connections, which is run by someone named Jody. Just for a quick summary, Connections is pretty much an advice page where parents can write in and ask Ruby and Jody for help. They normally do advice videos and post them on the Connections YouTube channel, and they even have an advice Facebook group and personal workshops and counseling that you can pay for and attend. Now, I said this in my last video, and I'm gonna say it again. Even though it's great that she decided to stop putting her kids on YouTube and making money from showing their lives, what she's doing with Connections is even more concerning. Pretty much, if you don't live in a way that follows Ruby and Jody's religious beliefs, then you're a bad person and that's it. Parents have written in about their kids' ED, about their kids coming out to them, mental health issues, and the advice that Ruby and Jody has given is honestly so gross and so sad, and not to mention scary if any of these parents are actually taking their so-called advice. I can't even put it into words for you guys just how damaging this advice really is. I mean, this is a Ruby that we've never seen before. If you thought she was strict during 8 passengers, that's nothing compared to Connections. Even Ruby's own family has spoken out against Connections. All of Ruby's extended family is online. They all have YouTube channels and vlog their lives. And at one point, Ruby was super close with all of them. But once Ruby started getting involved with Connections, she disappeared from their videos. Her sister has made comments about Ruby not making an effort with them, and even made a comment writing, "Connections has torn families apart. It's not a good group to be affiliated with, and hopefully one day she realizes it." There's also been a lot of rumors going around the internet lately, speculating that Connections is actually causing an issue between Ruby and Kevin. People are claiming that Kevin has moved out and apparently took Chad with him. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, so I'm not going to go too far into that, but these rumors obviously have some sort of truth or meaning behind them because Sherry has come out to address the rumors and give her stance on Connections. She posted on Instagram the other day, writing, "I know that there are many rumors circulating online about my family. Well, it is true, I am not in contact with my immediate family and don't support the extreme beliefs of Connections. Please remember that this is my real family. Despite good intentions, speculating, rumors, and gossip doesn't help us. I'd like to ask for privacy for me and my family as we work through this very difficult situation. Please know that many are working on this situation, and I hope one day that we can be whole again. Please respect my privacy as I work through my own healing as well." She also commented on a Facebook post from someone who gave a really detailed review of Connections and Ruby. The review reads, "I try to stay positive these days. However, I feel obligated to share this warning about a life coaching group called Connections or Moms of Truth. This is my Google review. I have grave concerns about the organization called Connections Classroom and Moms of Truth. My husband and I took the first course for couples and benefited from being reminded to not tell ourselves unhelpful or untrue stories and to validate and invite one another to listen when we feel we have another perspective to share. We are grateful for the correct principles we were reminded of through the course materials. However, there were some serious red flags we witnessed while taking the course and through subsequent exposure to Connections. Though I recognize there is a need for helpful counseling to help heal relationships, destructive division is actually a dangerous and major part of what Connections is perpetuating. The biggest problem I see is that Jody and Ruby do not use the principles they purport to teach. Instead of golden rule type patience, understanding interactions, they often harshly and forcefully shame and batter people down in a harsh and cruel manner when they ask questions or have concerns. though they are very kind to those who agree with them. In all fairness, Jodi appears to have started off her career with noble intentions, but those intentions are all called into question by past and current professional peers whom I have sought insight from, who see her methods and manners as emotionally and mentally detrimental, even abusive. Her license was revoked for a time due to violating client confidentiality. Ruby, who is known by many for her role as a YouTube influencer and a person trying to help families succeed at home, is a gifted and intelligent woman, but something has changed. For example, Jodi and Ruby seem to think themselves synonymous with truth, always written with a capital T, which makes it appear that there is some type of God complex going on. And this gives off the warning signs of cult-like mentality. Ruby and Jodi frequently make quick judgments about situations without knowing or seeking to know enough of the details, and have been known to reflect truth by saying, "I feel sorry for you. It's obvious that you are lost. Your anxiety/depression/suicidal tendencies are a result of you not taking responsibility for your feelings. Your children have no right to privacy. I recommend you kick your daughter out of your home for her rudeness and take her off your health insurance, regardless of her serious heart condition, etc." The tone and way these mothers treat people and give advice commonly goes against nearly every principle taught in professional psychology, counseling, teaching, even most religious teaching and mentoring. It is painful to watch and heart-wrenching to read about, knowing that desperate or faithful followers may very well follow this frightening counsel. I feel obligated to warn those investigating connections or moms of truth to be aware that these women have become master manipulators, who are experts at pulling vulnerable individuals in, making them doubt themselves, their spouses, children, siblings, etc., until they one day realize their own family relationships have disintegrated. Please look closely at the current lives and families of those involved and talk to their family members, immediate and extended, before jumping into any counseling or training with them. And Sherry actually commented on the review and wrote, "Thank you for your courage and wise counsel." Ruby's family also liked the post and liked Sherry's comment underneath it. What's so crazy about Sherry speaking out is that everyone always said that Sherry was the one person who was most like her mom. A lot of people felt like Sherry would never be able to break free from her mom or her mom's parenting style until she went to university. Sherry has officially been away from home living at university for a year now, and people think that has given her a new perspective on life. She recently unfollowed Donald Trump on Instagram and followed a lot of liberal commentators and news sources, which heavily goes against Ruby's views. People are just really happy to see that Sherry does have the love and support of her extended family right now. Speaking out must have been really hard for her. She's the oldest, and I'm sure she has a ton of pressure on her, so the fact that she was able to break free and speak her mind is huge. At the end of the day, 8 Passengers is her family, and I'm sure she just wants everything to work out and be okay between them all again. Anyways guys, let me know what you think about everything down below, and I'll see you next time.